A fight captured on video by multiple students Thursday morning. It shows substitute teacher Raquan Smith and a student throwing swings and punches at one another. The student ultimately being knocked down by Smith. Drew Aceves, a junior at Valley High School, says he watched the fight happen.
I see a teacher fighting a student. I'm like, wow. And then the teacher's like just standing over him, like slapping him and saying stuff to him. And I'm just like, wow, that's crazy.
Students and parents that spoke to Channel 13 were shocked when they saw what happened. Fernando Osorio tells Channel 13 he has a close relationship to the student in the video.
He's in the hospital right now, but he said he doesn't remember that good what happened. He has a concussion. He has scratches all over his face.
We reached out to the district for comment on this incident, and they wrote back, quote,
Good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is Elsa Jackson, bar number 2255. I represent Mr. Smith, who's present in custody.
Great. And I'll withdraw my appointment as public defender since Ms. Jackson is here on his behalf. Good afternoon, sir. Very well, thank you. Sir, I found probable cause for your arrest. Regarding your custody on this case, I will hear first from the state, then I'll hear from your attorney. State?
Your Honor, I'm submitted on custody status due to the -1 on the NPR. The defendant's got no criminal history. There's no indication that he's a flight risk. And this seems to be sort of a unique situation. So I'll submit on monetary bail. I am requesting a no contact order with the victim and an order to stay away from Valley High School.
Position, we have no further comments at this time.
Okay, and no objection to the stay away order from the location, is that correct?
None whatsoever. We're happy to do that, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Smith, the state is not seeking monetary bail, so you are going to be released from custody on this case today, but there are several important conditions of your release. The named victims in this case, do you understand that as well?
Yes, sir.
With all these conditions, you will be released from the jail, but that does not mean that this case is going away. You are further ordered to return to court on the following date and time.
May
27-year-old Raquan Smith now out of jail. In fact, we first brought you this video yesterday. Now some accusations that the student used racial slurs starting the fight. The question remains, who is in the wrong? 8 News Now reporter Ryan Matthey explains from court.
Well, the fight in that video resulted in the substitute teacher losing his job, a ban from teaching in the district, and a bail amount of $9,000. Sources indicate to 8 News Now, though, that the student in this fight was also arrested after allegedly making racially charged comments before the first punch. 27-year-old Raquan Smith waved to family he'd soon reunite with. Roughly a day after this video showing him hitting a student to the ground and continuing to fight until other students separated them. This at Valley High School in the East Valley, where school district police confirm he was a substitute teacher at since November. Sources tell 8 News Now that the student's use of the N-word fueled the flames of the fight.
And this seems to be sort of a unique situation.
But bail was dropped and Smith was set free on Friday, the judge citing a lacking criminal history and deeming no flight risk.
If it had not been the teacher who was in this altercation, it would have been another student.
Khalif Fox Miller is president of the Nevada PTA, who's not yet pointing the finger at either side.
Does it make any difference that this was a substitute teacher involved?
I think it makes a difference in the training.
Her concern is not enough de-escalation training amongst educators for situations like this with educators that have only a handful of teaching experience.
This is not just a school problem, it's all of our problem. I think we all feel a little bit of failure from this.
Sources indicate that the student is recovering at a local hospital and that his proceedings will go through the juvenile court system rather than the adult system. That is why we are unable to report his identity as of now. Reporting from the Regional Justice Center, Ryan Matthey, 8 News Now.
Smith's family and his attorney declined to comment. He is due back in court in 1 month's time on the condition he does not return to Valley High School or make contact.
Oh, yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as once again, 2024 has put on full display the energy that I described of this year since everything got started January 1st. The capital C's: controversy, chaos, confusion, conflict, and confrontation. As we just seen a situation in a conversation that put a full demonstration on of confrontation. As y'all seen right there, a substitute teacher out in Las Vegas getting into a physical punching match, a squabble with a student. And I cannot put the full fight right here and everything like that because of YouTube guidelines and things of that nature, but they do have it on these platforms on channel 8 and 13, and I had a link in the description where y'all can watch that in full. And they do have to blur the kid face out and everything because he is still a minor. And I'm gonna get into the write-up in just a second. But this right here is crazy, man. I can't believe it didn't went down like that. As more information came out, he called them the N-word. And this is what we got to sit up here and educate. This world has to do some turning around, and the way that we go in this society, bro, it's unacceptable and it ain't right. I'm going to tell y'all the reason why, bro. Because I don't know what goes on in this dude's household as a teenager. You could tell somebody not to react a certain way, but we all know what type of disrespect, what type of energy and the thought process when a black person hears that word over here, bro. Because when you use that word, what people don't realize, they want you to think, oh, it's just a word. You can't say something that's just a word when it got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years of history that's connected to that word. The storyline of that is you are less than a human. You are less than a man. This means that, hey, you are less than a dog on my front porch. This means I can spit on you, talk to you. All that gets powered into that word. People don't understand. Really, in certain situations, you going to a man and calling him certain words, or even sometimes putting your hands on a man, he might not even feel as disrespected as you calling him that word in that situation. They say actions is different than words. My words don't mean nothing, but what you gotta know in real life, bro, the words that come out somebody's mouth can hit you harder, 10 times harder than somebody punch you. That's just how this thing go, because we are all humans. Now, I don't know what's going on in his upbringing and things like that, but I see what's going on in society. I grew up getting beat, and I'm 1,000% proud of it. And I think that it's best for parents now to start beating your kids. And when I say beat, I'm not saying punch them and stomp them down, but some type of physical disciplinary action. It builds character, it makes them aware, and it's best for you to put that little fear in them for bad actions, disrespect, because once they grow older, they realize, oh, I was getting those to prepare me for what I can't do in the real world. Put your hands on your kids, not technically whatever. Put your hands on your kids so nobody else or the real world doesn't have to. And the write-up says this: Requan Smith, 27, faces charges including battery and assault on a school pupil stemming from an incident caught on a cell phone video Thursday. The video does not show the interaction before the fight and instead begins as Smith and as a high school student threw punches and slapped each other. Sources tell 8 News Now that the involved student used a racial slur during the initial interaction. Clark County School District Police have not confirmed or denied this accusation. Clark County Judge Daniel Westmeyer dropped a $9,000 bail requirement and released Smith because he lacked a criminal history and was not determined to be a flight risk. The release is conditional on the 27-year-old avoiding further arrest or citations, not returning to Valley High School, having no contact with the involved student. Smith's family and LaRosa Jackson, his attorney, declined to speak to the media after his afternoon court appearance. He's due back in court on May 28th. And I gotta say this once again, bro. This situation out of pocket, out of line. It didn't happen. Now we gotta move forward now. People gotta start raising their kids, not just blacks, not just whites, not just Asians, not just Hispanics. Everybody gotta raise their kids in this world to move first with respect. Respect is key. Respect is everything. Respect will keep you alive, and respect will keep you out of jail. Because now, this dude really took a big L, bro. You done crossed the line. They said he got arrested, and he had to go to the hospital after that. So he's sitting in the hospital, and he got to deal with some juvenile consequences. So when I hear that, they not saying it directly. That let me know he might did throw the first punch and start everything off. So you already kicked off a situation where it became self-offense. But I'm going to tell people, you can tell somebody, don't be offended by this, don't be offended by that word and things. It's certain things we know, bro, in the society, in the real world, in this country, you just don't play with. Things like that is just one of them, bro. This man, 27 years old. It is best for you to walk away. It is best for you to maintain your composure and things like that. But everybody human, bro. We all got things that will trigger us and turn us up and make us go all the way up. I'm just saying, bro, this right here is a wild story. We'll see what happens. We'll keep y'all updated on everything. Let's get back to raising these kids to be respectful. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Yes, sir, no, sir. Doing chores, having responsibility. Stop letting them sit on these phones and computers and iPads all day. I'm just saying, bro, they weren't like that when I was growing up, and I'm still outside enough and active enough I can kind of connect with the younger generation when I be in the mix. Not teenagers and nothing like that, but people that's like 20s and stuff like that, because I'm in my 30s. So it's like seeing this right here, it'd be like, dang, bro, y'all kind of be moving a little different. And I do understand in my generation, we was probably moving a little different, a little disrespectful than the generation, a little bit more disrespectful than the generation prior. But the thing now is to identify the problem and fix it. Tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all that. 1000 for Shit Show. Stay on your pivot.